got one thing to say. I didn't come here by myself. I came here with some homies, so I want y'all to bring y'all out. Sit down. Gotta start the year off right, puppies. Caliente, baby. Only in SoCal Pro do we pop it off like this. Only in SoCal Pro, baby. Set it up for you, right? The dude caliente way. Like take the round here, so caliente, baby.
so much for tuning in to SoCal Pro New Year's Retribution.
Welcome to SoCal Pro Wrestling!
Hey, that's my line.
He might come back. Not today. Hey, welcome to New Year's Retribution. Folks, we have such an amazing card here tonight. Welcome back to Vista, California. It's been a few months since we've been here, and we are going to kick this New Year's off right, starting with the following contest, which is for the SoCal Pro Golden State Championship.
Like our esteemed ring announcer said, thank you so much for joining us at SoCal Pro New Year's Retribution. My name is the SoCal Punk Princess, Gnarly Charlie. I'm joined by Kevin Cormack. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and we're going to see our first competitor come out.
So honored to be here to kick off the 19th year of SoCal Pro with you, Gnarly Charlie. This first match is one I'm really excited for. There's a lot of backstory here. This has been a long time coming, I think.
Oh, it's absolutely been a long time coming. Fidel Bravo absolutely been a thorn in Tortuga's side ever since before he got the SoCal Pro Golden State Championship. But no love lost between these two competitors right here at all. And like you said, almost 2 decades of SoCal Pro wrestling.
Who is it? Baby? Baby? Anybody? Baby? I'm going to kick you out. I drove my Tesla here. I'm sure he's really excited about that. There you go.
Tortuga, a fan favorite. As you can see, one of the SoCal Pro Wrestling fans joining him to the ring carrying his own flag. That's a new thing that Tortuga's been doing, giving back to the SoCal Pro family, the SoCal Pro fans, giving the fans an opportunity to accompany him to the ring and carry his flag.
And we've seen it time and time again. Tortuga, more than anything, cares about the community. He cares about the fans. This is a guy who refuses to stop giving back. His fans are first. We've seen him even put them before himself on occasion, and you just gotta love to see it. Somebody who's just a pillar of the community. You might argue that he's shell-shocked the community with his love.
Tortuga absolutely shell-shocked the community, like you said, giving back. Even gave a free haircut last year.
Hey, he needed it.
Tortuga giving back to the fans, and the fans giving back in turn. You can hear the response every single time Tortuga walks out that curtain. He truly is the mighty.
He is a shell-shocking, body-rocking sensation. Like he says, he calls it like he sees it, Charlie.
And our SoCal Pro Golden State champion not even walked out the curtain yet and already eliciting boos from the SoCal Pro fans.
And you know, a clean match hates to see Fidel Bravo coming.
never been quiet about how they feel about Fidel Bravo, and neither have I for that matter. But ever since adopting this Espiritu persona, Fidel has gotten even more dastardly, even more aggressive, and even more likely to bend the, we'll call it bend the rules.
If he's bending those rules are made of rubber. An absolute cheat to win individual. We've seen it time and time again.
Allegedly. And actually.
I don't think he can sue
demonstrably.
us. I don't know if alleged is even necessary. He'll own it. He knows what he does. It's disgusting to see.
It is disgusting to see, but it is absolutely effective. As you can see, the gold is on his side of the ring, around his waist. One of the longest reigning, if not the longest reigning Golden State champion we've ever seen in SoCal Pro.
Let's not forget about the Rumble. Fidel Bravo, he didn't actually eliminate Mighty Tortuga. He sent him through the middle rope, which kind of reinvigorated this feud that they've had. And as such,
and look at this, the bell has rung and Fidel Bravo already on the outside.
as I was saying, Fidel Bravo has reignited that feud between him and Tortuga that has historically happened. It's been a long-running feud. There is, as you said, no love lost between these guys tonight.
Absolutely no love lost, very few love gained, and Fidel Bravo unexpectedly back into the ring.
And it looks like he's ready to kick things off and maybe see if he can win clean tonight.
Collar and elbow tie up to start off. Tortuga getting that headlock, already establishing control. Nice headlock takeover by Tortuga.
It may not be a technique that ends the match, but you gotta wonder, the more Tortuga works the neck, the head, the less Fidel Bravo is able to strategize, maybe cut down on that cheating a little bit by keeping him
almost
thinking.
on cue, pulling the hair, pulling the mask of Tortuga. And Tortuga showing why we call him the Mighty. That is like being hit by a brick wall.
Brick wall.
Another beautiful headlock takeover by the Mighty Tortuga.
Tortuga, he's out for it tonight. He's got that 2026 energy. Maybe it's his New Year's resolution to pick up some gold in 2026.
No one can fault that New Year's resolution. Hey, you know what? Maybe I should make that a New Year's resolution.
Shouldn't we all?
And then a nice head scissors by Fidel.
Fidel Bravo, for his size, he is quite a powerful individual. We've seen it time and time again. His strikes are nothing to play with.
Strikes are nothing to play with, but if you're talking raw power, headlock takeover by Fidel Bravo. If you're talking raw power, there's no one who can, well, very few that can outmatch Tortuga. But I think our SoCal Pro heavyweight champion, Matthias, can absolutely throw his hat into that ring.
I might argue Matthias is the strongest wrestler on our roster right now.
Fidel Bravo ducking that clothesline and a big shoulder tackle. Fidel Bravo leaving his feet to make Tortuga leave his, and Cormac, I think the turtle's fallen and can't get up.
That is the thing about having a shell. It's rather difficult to get up if you land on your back.
And Fidel Bravo with the splash, but nothing doing, not even a count of a half.
Fidel Bravo's really not letting up tonight. These guys are both out for blood, and you love to see it.
And Tortuga catching Fidel Bravo in a nice roll-up, almost snatching the Golden State Championship out of the hands of Fidel Bravo and a big sidewalk slam.
When you get a guy like Tortuga who seems to almost draw power from the fans, you gotta wonder if you can stop him. With the whole SoCal Pro universe behind him, how are you gonna stop him?
You are absolutely right. The SoCal Pro fans, the best in the business, absolutely can turn the tide of any match. And speaking of turning the tide, a huge elbow from Fidel Bravo. Fidel sending Tortuga to the outside.
No mats on that floor. You're doing a lot more damage throwing people out of that ring than most people realize. It may not be a high fall, but it's a painful one.
It's high enough. I will tell you that right now. It is absolutely high enough. It only takes one wrong landing to to throw out a shoulder, throw out an elbow, bounce your head off that unprotected floor like you mentioned. And speaking of bouncing, that Tortuga just bounced his knuckles off the skull of Fidel Bravo.
To the theme of bouncing, he has bounced back from that fall really well. You gotta wonder, can anything hurt this guy? He seems like he takes no damage, feels no pain when the SoCal Pro fans are behind him.
Now,
and as I say that.
Now see, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but very few guys don't feel pain when that happens to them. And big basement drop kick by Fidel Bravo after, we'll call it some underhanded tactics.
I'm a big believer in Tortuga, all right? Maybe it's the inner Tortuga stan within me that believes that he can come back from anything. Or maybe it's just what we've seen from Tortuga in the past.
Never grew out of believing in about Tortuga power, huh?
Never once.
Well, talk to me after the show. I got a bridge I want to sell you. And Fidel Bravo getting all the momentum he can get and shoving his elbow into the mush of Tortuga. Oh, big kick. Like you mentioned, those strikes of Fidel Bravo are nothing to shake a stick at. And now Fidel Bravo choking the life out of Tortuga in the corner and not exactly giving our referee, Joyce, the respect she might deserve, is once again 2 feet choking the larynx of Tortuga.
Like you said, when was the last time Fidel Bravo gave anybody the respect he deserved?
You're absolutely right, but that still doesn't warrant using someone's trachea as a tap dancing floor.
Indeed it doesn't. But that's Fidel Bravo for you. If he can find a way to win, he's gonna find it. It may not be the way you expect. It may not be traditional. It may be a borderline felony, but he's gonna find it.
Well, nothing felonious about that, just a straight kick to the spine of Tortuga.
Should be felonious.
And a big forearm before another huge soccer kick. That is a human being, not a soccer ball.
Hey, maybe if Fidel drops the title tonight,
Football.
he can become a kicker for the Giants or something. And 49ers, we are in California.
We're in San Diego. You talk about the 49ers, you're going to get stabbed.
I'm not an NFL guy. I'm a SoCal Pro guy.
And these SoCal Pro fans are absolutely a Tortuga guy, as we hear the chants of Tortuga trying to rally the mighty Tortuga back into this fight, as Fidel Bravo has absolutely gained control and the pace of this match.
You know what? If Tortuga has the fans behind him, like I've said before, he's going to fight that much harder. It's never been anything to shake a stick at, the way that Tortuga fights back, the way that Tortuga can take punishment and keep on moving. He is a freight train. It's difficult to stop.
He is a freight train, he is mighty, and he is one tough turtle. And that's why he's fighting back, a big punch to Fidel Bravo. But not much you can fight about that when you've got Fidel Bravo's size 10s in your teeth.
Fidel Bravo's looking to find those breaks, and he's looking like he's getting closer tonight.
Closer indeed, but only a count of 2 as Tortuga is able to kick out after that huge drop kick to the face by Fidel Bravo. Fidel backing Tortuga into the corner.
And like I've said with those headshots, that inhibits your ability to strategize. You get punched in the head enough times, you're not thinking about anything anymore. Your brain's full of TV static.
Mine's full of channel 7.
I like that channel. I'm more of a channel 6-7 myself.
And Fidel Bravo whipping Tortuga into the corner, and Tortuga, that is vintage Tortuga, up and out, and a huge enziguri to the face of Fidel Bravo as Tortuga might be pulling this back, blocks the punch. Fidel Bravo bringing Tortuga back into the inside. Tortuga reversing that and into a big arm drag.
Taking an enziguri from Tortuga and still standing is a feat in and of itself.
Well, how about a clothesline? And another, 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 and another. Tortuga absolutely using Fidel Bravo as a punching bag.
As he should. We have no shortage of reasons to want to see Fidel Bravo get beat up here tonight.
Absolutely. Exploder suplex by the mighty Tortuga as he goes for the pin. And only a count of 2, but that was a close 2, Cormac.
It was incredibly close, but the resiliency of Fidel Bravo is not to be underestimated. This is a person who, like I said, he will do anything. He doesn't mind sacrificing his body for the win. He doesn't mind sacrificing his morality. And more than anything, he doesn't care.
Well, there is one thing he cares about, and that is the SoCal Pro Golden State Championship. Fidel Bravo, no stranger to gold, like you mentioned, absolutely filled his trophy case over the years.
Nobody's home.
And there is that veteran mindset, right, Cormac?
Indeed, yeah.
And a big DDT by Fidel Bravo.
These are
Mat meets skull, and the referee's hand only counted the count of 2. Tortuga's still in this.
You can't count Tortuga out. You can never count Tortuga out, because that's when he just might surprise you. Fidel Bravo making his way over here, and good Lord, I hope he gets away from me sooner rather than later. I don't want him to touch me. I'll be completely honest with you, 100%. He yelled at me once, and I'm still afraid of him.
Oh, absolutely. Fidel Bravo may not be tall, but he is scary.
He is terrifying. If any of the fans at home see Fidel Bravo on the street, I encourage you to cross the street and walk the other way.
Tortuga grabbing the belt as Fidel Bravo, it looked like he was about to take his ball and go home, and you've got to remember, championship advantage. Championship advantage, the title cannot change hands on countout or disqualification, and Fidel Bravo knows that.
Not only are you taking big blows outside the ring from 2 of the hardest strikers we have, your head's bouncing off that wood floor with each blow. It's just more and more damage that they're taking. These guys aren't going to stop.
Referee at a count of 8. Tortuga and Fidel dangerously close to getting counted out.
You gotta pray it doesn't end with a count out. That's just... And it's a count out.
And then Tortuga got a little carried away there. Wasn't hearing the referee's count, as the referee did hit the count of 10. And Fidel Bravo, like I said, taking his belt and taking his ball and going home, as it were. Like we mentioned, the championship cannot change hands by a count out, especially double count out.
If I was Fidel Bravo, I'm running out of there too. I do not want to be in there with the Tortuga who just got cheated out of a potential win for the gold.
Absolutely not. Tortuga looking absolutely beside himself.
Furious.
But that's why you've always got to keep your head on a swivel. You've always got to keep your mind about you, because you have to be able to listen to the referee's count of 10.
If Tortuga's got one weakness, it's his passion. His passion got the better of him in this contest, and it cost him a shot at the gold, unfortunately.
Absolutely. Absolutely one of his greatest strengths, but like you said, it is a double-edged sword. Tortuga, nothing but passion, nothing but energy, but unfortunately, it got the better of him this time.
It's still nothing but love from these fans tonight, though. It doesn't matter if Tortuga wins or loses. We're on his side. Well, let's kick it back to Andrew and hear about this second contest tonight.
Absolutely, second contest for a big tag team match, but not the only tag team match we have on the card. We also have a tag team match for the SoCal Pro Tag Team Championships. The Lucha Kings are in the house tonight.
And this is not the only tag match tonight, but it is the most packed tag team match tonight. I've always wondered, how do you decide what corner you're gonna stand in?
Well, I usually stand in the corner that also has my team in it.
Personally, I have a favorite corner, and I would be upset if they made me go to a different one.
My name is Andy too, so it always freaks me out when you guys are like that. But before we continue, I want to point out a few things. For one, that sign is defaming me, so somebody rip up that sign. It's a bad person, that person. Secondly, something kind of special about this raffle. I do want to point that out. So, the standard winner of the raffle, the #1 winner of the raffle today, will receive free tickets, 2 tickets to the next SoCal Pro Show, which is always nice, right? But I was able to work out something kind of special. So, to the winner tonight, whoever wins the grand prize of the raffle can touch my Tesla. Thank you. Okay. No. All right. Okay, fine. But I will say this. The winner of tonight's raffle at the next show will not only receive 2 free tickets, but also will get to come into this very ring and announce a match on their own next month here at SoCal. So please make sure you purchase those raffle tickets. This has never been done before, and I'll probably get fired for even suggesting it, so I stuck my neck out. Please buy this raffle ticket.
Typical Andy trying to get
Full
full day's pay for less than a full day's work. I'll touch his Tesla.
I'm gonna go outside and touch it with my keys.
Which is scheduled for 1 call.
One fall.
among our fans will notice that I have been in the ring with 2 out of 3 of this team, Gunjack and Andy Hollow, and I've also called Eddie Islas a son of a bitch.
Indeed you have. Indeed you have. I think we all remember that.
A bigger woman than me would recuse herself from calling this because I cannot be impartial.
Oh,
but also I'm not going to.
It's hard to be impartial when there's guys like that in the ring.
Well, it's also hard to be impartial when they're going against a team like this. The newly debuted Billy Clutch and Derek Cox and the high-flying Dynamite Pegasus.
The Dynamite Pegasus is one of the most undeniable wrestlers on our roster. He's got energy to him. He's a servant of a god. How can you deny this man's abilities?
Servant of a god? He's a horse with wings.
Maybe I don't understand my mythology quite right.
Well, after the show, I'll teach you about Bellerophon, okay?
You hear me?
I don't know what 6 of those words meant.
But you knew about Bellerophon.
You know, I think Dynamite Pegasus may have had his mask touched up recently. The mane is looking luscious. What is that, Head and Shoulders?
I believe it's mane and tail.
He doesn't have a tail.
He does not have a tail. But let me go ahead and tell you a tale of someone who has absolutely, like you mentioned earlier, abandoned their morals, abandoned their fans, and absolutely taken every shortcut there is in the book. That is Eddie Islas, the captain of the team on the left side of your screens here. And I'm just gonna let the SoCal Pro fans tell you what I think of Eddie Islas, because they're absolutely saying it out loud.
If there's one thing about our fans, they're sure not quiet about the way they feel about anything.
Nor should they be, because absolutely, this is why we do this. This is why we have SoCal Pro New Year's Retribution. This is why we have the best wrestling, the best fans in Southern California. And absolutely stunning crowd for some stunning wrestlers, as we've already got a jostle for control. Gunjack taking that wrist lock. Derek Cox, a collegiate wrestler in his own right. I believe just had a competition
today.
just last month. Hey there, Andy, how you doing?
He was just at a competition today for that matter.
Derek Cox with the headlock, getting that control over Gunjack, and tagging in Dynamite Pegasus. As we're already seeing a teamwork, not exactly an established team, but already showing some great teamwork as we got a double clothesline sending Gunjack to the canvas.
And you'll notice Derek Cox is the anchor of this team. He has the bronze, and Billy Clutch and Dynamite Pegasus have agility that's difficult to match. You have speed, you have strength. It's going to be incredibly difficult to co-opt that into a weakness for this team.
Like you mentioned, that agility hurricanrana by Dynamite Pegasus off the ropes. Alita, that big springboard arm drag. Dynamite Pegasus showing his lucha roots with the Alita off the second rope as he tags in Billy Clutch. Oh, not today. And Dynamite Pegasus showing a little bit of engine.
What gear do you think Billy Clutch is in?
Oh, I think absolutely he's gotten into third gear already.
Ooh, that's a quick shift. You gotta be careful, it'll hurt your transmission.
It'll hurt your transmission, but that'll also hurt your ocular function. I believe that was a nice thumb to the eye by Gunjack. Gunjack absolutely not a stranger to underhand tactics, am I right?
Well, you know what they say, you can't win if you can't.
Well, you also can't win if you can't stop getting your face stomped all over. Big drop kick by Billy Clutch.
It is indeed incredibly difficult to win with a stomped-in face, but it has to come.
Billy Clutch up and over. Andy Hollow. Big arm drag. Andy Hollow sent reeling, another arm drag. As Billy Clutch is absolutely in the driver's seat. Do motorcycles have driver's seats?
Well, there is only one seat, so you could argue it is both the driver and passenger seat.
And he's lost on the second rope. Big back elbow by Billy Clutch. Stomp to the stomach. Billy Clutch got him up on a suplex. Billy Clutch absolutely just in control right now. Freshly debuted. Look at that baby face.
I'd say he's getting into fourth gear by now. You don't want to mess around with that speed, followed by the strength. Derek Cox isn't one that I'd want to mess with.
Absolutely not. Derek Cox knows every single way that a joint will bend before it breaks, and then he bends it some more.
If you follow Derek Cox on social media, you'll see he lifts a ridiculous amount. He's incredibly strong.
Incredibly strong
for his size.
Incredibly strong, but unfortunately still subject to the double team as Andy Hollow and Eddie Islas double teaming Derek Cox, and a big double clothesline by Derek, sending them both to the mat.
You were saying about him being taken by two?
Well, I don't think I was mentioning that. I was mentioning the match. I'll let him know you said that, though. As Dynamite Pegasus and Derek Cox, a little teamwork of their own. Double back elbow. Dynamite Pegasus going for the cover, but only a count of two, and that was a very fast two.
The stamina here of our Dynamite Pegasus-led team, I think that's going to be a deciding factor here. We have three individuals in the opposite corner who are all very strong wrestlers. A strike from Eddie Islas, a strike from Andy Hollow, both terrible. Gunjack has the speed on this team.
I don't mean to cut you off there, but it looked like Eddie Islas may have landed poorly. Oh, I got it. Just cheating. Eddie Islas not landing poorly at all. His knee is fine, and now he's absolutely taking advantage of our referee. Not looking as Andy behind you. As Gunjack and Andy Hollow are just double teaming while Andy, our esteemed referee Andy, there's a lot of Andys around here. Our esteemed referee Andy had her back turned, and now Eddie Islas, after absolutely just disregarding rules and fair play, now seems to be in control.
And you gotta wonder about the body of Dynamite Pegasus now. He just took an obscene amount of punishment, and here's some more for that matter. Is that gonna come back? Is that going to affect the stamina that we've come to expect from Dynamite Pegasus? This is a high-flying horsey right here.
It is absolutely a high-flying horsey, but the horse has been grounded as Gunjack with a stomp to the back and then a count of two.
You gotta wonder who makes horseshoes that big.
Absolutely right. Dynamite Pegasus trying to push and claw his way back to his corner, but Gunjack having none of it. European uppercut.
Gunjack, he's been calling himself the most interesting wrestler in the world. As a matter of fact, you know, he once won a staring contest against his own reflection.
Wouldn't that mean he also lost?
I like to think positively, Charlie. I do my best to be an optimist.
Absolutely an optimist. Eddie Islas holding Dynamite Pegasus in place as a huge cannonball from Andy Hollow. Dynamite Pegasus just being a sponge for punishment right now.
The stamina of Dynamite Pegasus, it may be damaged, but it's not completely out the window yet. He's got enough left to kick out at that 2 count.
Absolutely enough to kick out, but Andy Hollow's going to do everything he can to try and wear down Dynamite Pegasus, slamming his head into the top rope, tag to Eddie Islas. Eddie Islas is now the legal man, and Andy Hollow holding Dynamite Pegasus back as Eddie with a strike to the stomach and then a big soccer kick to the back.
And just more punishment to the back, to the torso. Remember, that's where most anything he's doing is based off of. It's real hard to fly high when your chest isn't working anymore.
And you know what, that's the experience. Eddie Islas, absolutely the most experienced member on his team.
And it
knows to ground the high flyer.
It looks like Eddie was trying to take his mask off there. As we all know, masks in the world of luchadors are absolutely sacred. You lose that, you lose everything.
Absolutely, and Eddie Islas knows that. And the fact that he still tries to remove the mask of Dynamite Pegasus just shows how far gone Eddie Islas is.
Just a few months ago, if we can recall, he actually stole Tortuga's mask, then wore it to face Tortuga. The absolute audacity that Eddie showed in the past, he's showing now.
Absolutely, and speaking of high-flying, Gunjack off the second rope with that big Euro to the outside.
It's not enough to finish him, but it is enough to do a heck of a lot of damage, Charlie.
Hey, get the camera out of my car.
Excuse me, European uppercut to the back of Dynamite Pegasus. People call that the outside of the spine. See, that's... And Gunjack shoving Derek Cox off the apron, but Andy, our referee Andy, doing her best to maintain order in this 6-man tag team match, which is no easy feat, Cormac.
It's incredibly hard to maintain order in a match like this, especially when you've got guys that love to cheat. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. That's why Eddie couldn't bring it home in his cage match versus Tortuga. There was nowhere to run, there was nowhere to hide, there was nobody that could help him. He loves to cheat to win. If he can find a way to cheat, he will find it.
You're absolutely right, but you can't argue the results. Eddie Islas just stomping on the face of Dynamite Pegasus as he was draped over that middle rope.
Stealing the fan sign and assaulting Dynamite Pegasus with it.
Andy, that's an outside implement. That's a disqualification. That's a disqualification, Cormac.
I've never seen anything quite like this from Eddie Islas. We've seen him be absolutely disgusting in the past, but this is vile. He really is the devil.
He is absolutely taken to calling himself that, and he's done everything in his power to prove it true, but don't sell his teammates short. Andy Hollow, Gunjack, like I mentioned, I've got a little bit of a past with every single member of this team, and I know for a fact that if you're not absolutely watching 100% of the time, they are going to take advantage of that, but Dynamite Pegasus flipping over Eddie Islas, getting to his teammate Derek Cox. That's a huge German suplex. And let's see one more. Big German suplex by Derek Cox. Eddie Islas stuck it under.
Number 3.
Eddie wisely grabbing on to that top rope.
No such luck. Taking a suplex from Derek Cox is a nightmare.
How about a spine buster by Derek as well? But only a count of 2.
You gotta be amazed he managed to kick out of that. The strength of Derek Cox, when he sends you over, there's a moment there where you wonder if you're ever gonna come down or if you're stuck in the stratosphere.
Look at the stratosphere as Billy Clutch dives out of the stratosphere as
unprettier.
Unprettier by Andy Hollow. Harvard missed by Dynamite Pegasus. And Eddie Islas with a kick to the stomach. Eddie Islas bringing him up. And Brain Buster!
Oh, you know, a Brain Buster is one of those moves. Your mind is clouds afterwards. You're not thinking about anything, but good God, that one hurt.
Absolutely, I believe your brain would be busted.
Oh, I hope not. I really hope they're okay, Charlie.
Derek Cox, I think he's calling for the end, getting Eddie Islas up. And a big stalling suplex.
The sheer athleticism of Derek Cox, we've touched on it time and time again, but it cannot be understated. This is somebody who is in near peak condition.
Near peak? If Derek Cox isn't at his peak, I am frightened to see what would happen when he gets there.
I was told by somebody else if I called anybody else the peak tonight, I would suffer for it. So I must say, near the peak.
Well, speaking of near the peak, I believe Eddie Islas just hit near the peak on Derek. And Gunjack with that sneaky elbow. And a referee with the count of 3.
And it looks like they're taking the victory home tonight.
Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to see that one more time, but as you saw, folks at home, Eddie Islas distracting the referee with a low blow to Derek Cox. Let's take a look at it one more time. Low blow to Derek Cox, and then as the referee is distracted with Eddie Islas, Gunjack coming in with that discus forearm, the brass hammer, he calls it.
It must feel like a hammer coming down on your head. Obviously, the elbow, one of the hardest parts of your body, just driving into that skull with his momentum behind it. And you know something about that, wouldn't you, Charlie?
Oh, absolutely. My bad, he doesn't call it the brass hammer. I was mistaken because last time I was hit with that, he hit a steel bar inside his gauntlet.
And that's gotta hurt even worse. Thankfully, no steel bars tonight.
Well, I don't know about that. No one's checked Gunjack.
That's very true. Right now, my focus is on Derek Cox. I really hope he's okay. He's being led to the back by his friends, and they're just, these guys disgust me, Charlie.
Oh, absolutely. They are absolutely disgusting. They are conniving. But unfortunately tonight, Eddie Islas, Andy Hollow, and Gunjack walking out with their hands raised.
I find it hard not to boo myself from the commentary booth, Charlie.
Well, we are absolutely supposed to stay unbiased, impartial. Boo! Impartial, unbiased, down the middle.
Completely objective. There is no biases here.
Absolutely. The wrong people won.
I can neither confirm nor deny that that was very true.
I can't help it. I can't help it if I want to save the environment and drive an electric car. If you have a problem with that, go talk to your parents. Enjoy your gas guzzlers. All right.
It's almost like Andy's he's compensating for something, right? He seems really fixated on letting us know what kind of car he drives.
Well, you do get some tax breaks for driving a Tesla. There are advantages. You'd never catch me driving one.
Okay, everybody has their rights and their opinions. Yours just happens to be wrong. This night of hot tag team action does not end there, because the following contest is for the SoCal Pro Tag Team Championship!
I'm so excited, Charlie.
And why wouldn't you be? Lucha Kings, Krusty Crew. And speaking of the Krusty Crew,
The rematch we've all been waiting for, Charlie.
Lucas Riley, Dom Kubrick, the Krusty Crew coming out to just some absolute masterpiece of a song.
They make me feel like I could dance and I can fly.
I tell you what, I'm having the time of my life.
Are you watching that scene, Charlie?
Krusty Crew, no strangers to tag team gold in their own right. Am I right, Cormac?
Indeed, they are a well-versed, well-experienced team, and a rematch like this is something that the whole community has wanted to see. Their last match, incredibly close. No one cheated. It was a true contest of an incredible tag team versus an incredible tag team. No complaints from me, Charlie.
Oh, incredible doesn't even do it justice. These two are a well-oiled machine, and the Lucha Kings have set the house on fire every single time they've been here in the SoCal Pro Wrestling ring. Absolute globe-trotting champions, Japan, Mexico, Canada.
The SoCal Pro universe is very clearly welcoming them back. They wanted to see this rematch almost as bad as I did. This is a match where we can truly be impartial because these are four incredible competitors, Charlie.
Absolutely, we can be impartial. But it's going to be hard not to cheer for the Lucha Kings, our tag team champions right now.
This one doesn't come down to right versus wrong. This just comes down to the style that you prefer, Charlie. If you prefer Lucha Libre style versus the Krusty Crew's American style.
Krusty Crew, no strangers to Lucha Libre.
And look at them, the Lucha Kings in some new jackets, styling and profiling tonight, Charlie.
Hey, Krusty Crew, no strangers to Lucha Libre, but the Lucha Kings, no strangers to gold. Almost 1,000-day reign of the SoCal Pro Tag Team Championships.
It's like I always say, who's gonna stop them, Charlie? These guys are a force of nature. As a matter of fact, I think bamboo does grow in nature.
Bamboo does indeed grow in nature. But kings grow here at SoCal Pro Wrestling. El Rey and Bamboo, the Lucha Kings.
And so long as they stay on top, kings indeed they are. They've even got the royal robes with the fur lining. I gotta ask them where they got that. I kinda want one now, Charlie.
Looking like they just raided a particular superstar's wardrobe.
As a matter of fact, they do. But they wear it well. No complaints.
They absolutely do, but I think they wear those titles a little bit better.
As a matter of fact, I don't think I've seen the Lucha Kings without the title since I got to SoCal Pro.
No, absolutely. Like I mentioned, almost 1,000 days over.
From Melbourne, California, weighing in at a combined weight of 430 pounds, top-notch Lucha Charlie, and Yugi Dog Cobra, Gold Krusty Crew! And their opponents, from Tijuana, Mexico, at a combined weight of 190 kilos, they are the hottest tag team in El Mundo and your SoCal Pro Tag Team Champions, El Bamboo, El Rey, the Lucha Kings!
I wish I knew what a kilo was, Charlie. I only know measurements in freedom units, but that sounds like a whole lot of them.
Kilo's about 3 stone.
Okay. Are they large stones or are they smaller stones like pebbles?
There you see our referee, Joyce, holding up what is at stake in this contest, the SoCal Pro Tag Team Championships. That is the top of the mountain, and these two competitors are expert alpineers. They are the top of their class, the top of their game, and I think we're gonna see something special here tonight.
The last time we saw this matchup, we saw something special indeed. It's very rare to see a match that's so even, so down the middle, where there isn't a factor such as cheating. There isn't a factor such as outside interference. There's simply a clean contest between 4 individuals who absolutely want this. There is nothing else on their sides right now. There's a bell.
And the bell has rung. El Rey starting for the Lucha Kings and Lucas Riley starting for the Krusty Crew.
And may I just say, they look great tonight. Maybe they got some good rest over the holidays because, good Lord, these 4 all look better than ever, Charlie.
Better than ever, and the SoCal Pro Wrestling fans are louder than ever. And it is not hard to see why.
The Krusty Crew, they're trying to build a little bit of hype before the match starts. It always feels good to get in your zone, to get confident, to catch a vibe.
The Krusty Crew trying to muster up a little hype, but the Lucha Kings are the hype.
As a matter of fact, I don't think we need to try at all to get the Lucha Kings some hype. They are the hype, like you said, Charlie.
And a little bit of technical wrestling being showed by the Lucha Kings as headlock takeover, and now head scissors by Lucas Riley, and a very ingenious way to get out of that by El Rey, and now body scissors into a pin by El Rey onto Lucas Riley.
Naturally, if you can end it early, you're gonna wanna do that. You don't wanna be sore tomorrow, Charlie, and El Rey understands that. He's got a long drive home tonight.
He's got a long drive home tonight, but I think he's sorely mistaken thinking the Krusty Crew is gonna go down easy.
What do the kids say now? Shoot your shot? You ought to shoot your shot if you got the chance.
Cormac, I swear to God, if you say one more, hey, the kids say, I'm gonna shoot my shot.
6-7, 6-7.
And now a little bit of a test of strength. El Rey with the leg sweep onto Lucas Riley. And now going for the knees. And Lucas Riley up on top. What an ingenuitive offense.
When you get creative, you get hard to counter, Charlie. If they've never seen a move like that before, they don't know what to do in response.
Well, let's not go that far. Lucha Kings, like I said, globe-trotting competitors. I don't think there's much that they haven't seen before.
You know, you're probably right, Charlie. The sheer athleticism of the Lucha Kings, I think, is going to pull them through in this match. But you can't underestimate the Krusty Crew may just be on their level of athleticism tonight.
Absolutely at the top of their game in terms of athleticism, but they better not count out the Lucha Kings as El Rey looking tanned, looking jacked, baby.
These are 4 guys who can bounce around this ring like ping pong balls and think nothing of it. They fly high, they touch the sky.
El Rey coming straight out of the sky, big crossbody onto Lucas Riley. The athleticism, the agility, off the charts.
El Rey is the bigger of our 2 Lucha Kings tonight, and you gotta wonder, is that why he throws himself into it the way that he does? It's a lot of weight to come down on you all at once. I can tell you with great confidence, that hurts.
That absolutely hurts, but we mentioned the ingenuity of Lucas Riley. Bamboo showing a little ingenuity of his own. Head scissors onto his own teammate into a spear onto Lucas Riley.
It looks like the Lucha Kings have been practicing some new moves over the holiday break, Charlie, and we're gonna hope to see all of them tonight.
Bamboo may have telegraphed that one a little bit, looking for the back body drop as Lucas Riley's able to tag in his partner, Dominic Kubrick. Drop down, leapfrog, going back, and a big front flip by Bamboo.
Incredible. Like I said, these guys can fly. I'm envious of anybody who's able to do a backflip. Despite being perfectly round, I am unable to do so.
Bamboo going for the pin. And for the folks at home who may be a little bit confused, this is absolutely going to be a lucha libre type of competition where the rules about tagging and who's legal and who's not are a little bit more lax. you still absolutely have to tag. Am I right, Cormac?
Indeed you do. But who's actually in the ring at any given moment, that's a little iffy. The ref is basically there to go 1, 2, 3, go home.
And very few do it better than our esteemed referee Joyce, as looking for the 3 count, but only a count of 2 to El Rey.
And the Krusty Crew's not quite out of it yet. They still want to dance, they still want to jive, and have the time of their lives.
And I'll tell you what, winning the SoCal Pro Tag Team Championships absolutely feels like a pinnacle moment in your life if you're talking about times.
They want to see that, guys. They want to watch that team. They're digging the titles of the tag team.
Cormac, I love you so much. It's your day job. And a trip double stomp by Lucas Riley, who now appears, who is the legal man.
And only a 2 count there. It looks like the Lucha Kings aren't ready to go home quite yet. There's still a lot of wrestling to be had in this match.
You are 100% right. Lucas Riley appears to be the charisma of the Krusty Crew. Dominic Kubrick, the more smash mouth of the 2.
No argument about that. If you've got 2 guys, one of you's better at talking, you got a team.
I wouldn't necessarily say better at talking, but Lucas Riley appears to have done a lot of it, and Dominic Kubrick appears to have just gotten right down to business.
When you're taking care of business like this, you want to get it done and over with as quickly as possible. You never know what's going to happen in a match like this. It can turn into absolute pandemonium so quickly, just like we saw in that last one. These matches can be chaos.
Chaos indeed, as Bamboo falling victim to a double team as Dominic Kubrick has been tagged in on a big tope to the inside. That high-flying style, like I mentioned, the Krusty Crew, no strangers to Lucha Libre, no strangers to high-flying, but very few do it as good as the Lucha Kings.
And you can start to see the frustration build up every time that there's a kick out here. The Lucha Kings, they are holding that title tightly, white knuckle gripping it, you might say. And after such a long title reign, you got to think, it only gets more important to you with time. They have not gotten complacent, Charlie.
Absolutely not complacent. Is a huge double cutter from the top rope by Bamboo.
It looks like El Rey reminding the crowd that they want to hear you tonight.
Three out of 4 men down. El Rey calling for the tag. El Rey now the legal man. Sending down Dominic Kubrick. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker to Alex Riley. Ducking a clothesline. Super kick to the stomach.
He's got some real big feet. I don't want to take a kick from that guy anytime. That's a lot of area covered with just one kick. And when he pops the straps, you know you're in for something painful, Charlie.
There is no doubt about that. El Rey feeling it tonight. And I think we may see some vintage Lucha Kings here tonight.
There's nothing quite like when the Lucha Kings get in perfect sync like this. There's no tag team that does it quite like them.
Double
they are
clothesline, double
truly
knee.
unique.
Double enziguri, double cutter in stereo.
I really thought we were seeing the end there, Charlie. It's awful hard to kick out from a double move like that. They're so in sync. They work together, they live together, they train together. These guys basically have a telepathic link into each other's minds.
The Lucha Kings absolutely in sync. But the Krusty Crew not going to be sent to the backstreet, boy. They are absolutely going to give everything they can. As you can see right here, perhaps a test of toughness between these two teams.
When you exchange blows like this, it's more than just a physical game. This is a game that works your psyche. When you win that exchange of blows, in a way, you have a leg up mentally on the other team.
Well, it doesn't look like anyone's won just yet.
Absolutely not.
Trading punches, trading knees, trading super kicks. of the Lucha Kings, but oh,
Anybody's contest still.
my
Double
bad.
destroyer.
Destroyers in stereo.
Oh,
And one for you, sir.
he said, keep that energy. I'll give it right back.
I am rubber, you are glue, and every single man in this contest is down. Joyce, our referee, counting to 10.
Just remember, if she gets to 10 and nobody's up, the Lucha Kings do still retain their titles.
One more time, as you can see those destroyers in stereo. Lucas Riley, I don't even know if he knows where he is right now.
Absolutely incredible. And it looks like they're getting to their feet now. Krusty Crew both back on their feet. You know, El Rey's got some big hands. I'd hate to take a chop from that guy. Really any of them for that matter. I don't like to be chopped at all.
El Rey outsmarting the Crew as causing Dominic Kubrick to powerbomb his teammate Lucas Riley. A big splash from the top rope, Bamboo getting up, and a huge moonsault out of the stratosphere. And somehow, Lucas Riley is able to count out.
We've got 2 men in the ring, 2 men on the floor, 4 men total on the ground right now. And again, the ref's gonna have to start a count here soon.
El Rey asking his teammate if that was 2 or 3. We've seen Bamboo and plenty of matches with that big moonsault off the top rope, but not tonight. Lucas Riley still able to kick out.
Incredibly difficult to kick out from a maneuver like that. That's usually the end of the match right there. I'm curious to see, because it looked to me as if the Lucha Kings were chatting, strategizing a little bit while they were both down there. You gotta wonder, should they let him cook?
Perhaps, perhaps. But you can see the Krusty Crew cooking. Double super kick to the stomach, sending El Rey. And now El Rey with Bamboo on his shoulders.
A classic chicken fight scenario.
And it appears a huge cutter from Lucas Riley off the shoulders of El Rey.
Ay, Dios mío!
And you can see the Krusty Crew giving back what the Lucha Kings take and vice versa. Back and forth, back and forth.
This might be one of the closest contests I've ever seen, Charlie. This is, in fact, gnarly.
It is 1000% gnarly. I do believe carnage is in the forecast and gnarly is in the skies. As the Krusty Crew, now the only 2 standing in the ring as they tower over Bamboo, sending him to the corner for a little double team action. Big forearm by Lucas Riley. Reverse splash by Dominic Kubrick. Lucas Riley with a monkey flip.
Bamboo, more like a punji steak right now. That's gotta hurt.
Double enziguri, and I believe this is Lucha Kings are looking for that modified Doomsday Driver that they've won. That's it, it's over.
It's gotta be.
It is over.
There's no way he kicks out of this.
Bamboo to the outside. Lucas Riley kicked out. Lucas Riley kicked out. We've seen time and time again the Lucha Kings put away opponents with that, and Lucas Riley was able to kick out of the Lucha Kings double team. El Rey can't believe it. Bamboo can't believe it. I can't believe it.
It's very rare that I'm lost for words, but in a contest like this, where they're breaking through their limits in real time in front of us, you just have to stand in awe of what you're seeing. That is historic right there, Charlie.
It is historic, it is unbelievable, and the Lucha Kings going for it one more time. But it looks like they've gone to the proverbial well too often as the Krusty Crew haven't scouted. Lucas Riley with that big forearm. Dominic Kubrick, that reverse splash. Lucas Riley with the monkey flip into a power bomb by Dominic Kubrick to the outside. kick out.
Unprecedented. We haven't seen anything like this. This may be the toughest challenge that the Lucha Kings have ever faced as tag team champions.
You may be right about that, but the Lucha Kings absolutely not giving up. The Lucha Kings, El Rey is able to kick out of that huge maneuver that the Krusty Crew they've won championships with that move.
This is the kind of moment where the Lucha Kings have to remember the chants they hear every time they step out of that curtain. Lucha, lucha, fight, fight, fight. They're not giving up on their titles anytime soon.
El Rey sends Lucas Riley to the outside. Dominic Kubrick gets a boot for his troubles.
Oh, and those boots have some hard soles, Charlie. He's gonna be picking dirt out of his skin tomorrow.
Out of his skin, out of his teeth.
If he still has his teeth after a big move like that.
Speaking of head trauma, Lucas Riley with that, Dominic Kubrick with that ingenuity, that crucifix destroyer, and Lucas Riley going up, looking for the super!
Oh!
Into a huge powerbomb! And we have new champions!
Oh my God! The Krusty Crew did it! That was a contest.
The Krusty Crew, new SoCal Pro Tag Team Champions!
And that was a contest you can't say anything about. They didn't cheat. There was no underhanded tactics. They earned that fair and square. And the Lucha Kings got to be hurting about that right now.
Oh, there's no way that you're wrong, but I am going to push back a little bit. You said there's nothing that you can say about it. I can absolutely say that might be the best tag team match I've ever seen. And now we've got new SoCal Pro Tag Team Champions.
There's nothing quite like a tag team match between four competitors who just don't quit. There was a never say die attitude on the floor tonight. If anybody deserves a title, it's these guys right here. They earned that fair and square. We have never seen a tag match quite like that. That was absolutely historic, unprecedented, outrageous, egregious, adjectives.
I think I'm just going to go ahead and one word, that was awesome.
Awesome indeed. Spectacular, you might say.
And a nice show of respect shown by our two competitors, but there you go. The winners of the match are the new SoCal Pro Tag Team Champions, Lucas Riley and Dom Kubrick.
Lucha Kings possibly coming in to congratulate their new tag team champions. And a handshake, they're not bitter at all. You love to see the sportsmanship. We need more of that in professional wrestling.
I don't know about not bitter, but being able to swallow that bitterness, almost 1,000 days as SoCal Pro Tag Team Championships, and the reign comes to an end in spectacular fashion. Dominic Kubrick, Lucas Riley, and new SoCal Pro Tag Team Champions.
If the title was going to change hands, what better way for it to happen than in a contest of 4 true champions, Charlie? Eat me, Charlie.
Dominic Kubrick. That's not a place to nap. You can nap in the back after you pop some champagne bottles. And celebrate that gold.
And I'm sure they're going to be partying hard tonight. They just won one of the most prestigious titles in the whole independent scene, Charlie.
Absolutely, but the night's not over yet. We're going to be heading to intermission soon, but for those of you that are tuned in right now, Brittany Brooks and Alex Gracia gracing our ring with some incredible female action, and not to mention our main event, Don Caliente versus our SoCal Pro Heavyweight Champion, the ass-kicking machine, Matthias.
The peak of the mountain himself is putting the title on the line once more against our Rumble winner. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see these 2 new female wrestlers, what they're going to do in the ring tonight. I've watched a little bit of their stuff in the past. These are absolutely incredible women, making waves in the independent scene. I'm so happy they're here tonight.
Keep in mind, when we come back in just 10 minutes, folks, we still have our women's match to look forward to. Not to mention our main event of the evening for the SoCal Pro Heavyweight Championship. Do not forget to get those raffle tickets. We'll see you back here in just 10 minutes.
It's almost like he read our script. We'll see you back in 10 minutes. Thank you so much for tuning in to New Year's Retribution, and we'll see you after break.
Our boy Richard here.
Yeah, but I'm gonna pass it out to my dad so he can do the announcement. Good shit? All right, brother. Y'all send me a message. I also was gonna send me a message anyway. Because my son put his phone, so he's like, I have one extra ticket to another. All right, brother. I'll talk to you later.
You should have brought protein powder.
Ladies and gentlemen, New Year's Retribution rolls on in with the following contest scheduled for one fall.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to SoCal Pro Wrestling New Year's Retribution. Thank you for joining us once again as we've got a SoCal Pro debut singles match between Brittany Brooks and Alex Gracia.
And you know, Brittany Brooks has been making waves all over the country as of late. She's based in Las Vegas, but as I understand it, she made her way back from the East Coast just to wrestle here tonight. Truly, the center of attention in the independent scene right now.
Center of attention, and it's not hard to see why. Now, these two are no strangers to each other. These two are no strangers to each other, but they are brand new here, debuting at SoCal Pro Wrestling. So, be prepared. Headlock takeover, head scissors. Be prepared for two opponents that have scouted each other well.
And these two are both some of the most absolutely electric women on the scene right now. They've blown up the community. An angel with attitude and the center of attention. Who comes out on top tonight?
Brittany Brooks not letting go of that headlock until a nice strike by Alex Gracia and a headlock takeover of her own. Head scissors of Brittany Brooks' own.
And Brittany Brooks has been known to be a pretty brutal opponent to go up against.
Pretty brutal physically and psychologically, as you can see. Brittany Brooks doing push-ups as she's got Alex Gracia locked in that leg scissors.
Brittany Brooks, incredibly experienced with mind games. She doesn't just fight the body, she fights the mind.
And now, after a little bit of a show of disrespect, looking for a handshake from Alex.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Nothing untoward so far, and nice sportsmanship by our two ladies.
Okay, very well. I honestly was not expecting that. That was shockingly wholesome.
And now Alex looking for that test of strength, but a nice kick to the gut. Well, not hard to see who got the better of that exchange, as Alex Gracia now has that wrist control over Brittany Brooks.
Alex Gracia known to be pretty ruthless when it comes to her opponents. She's willing to do what it takes to beat you down.
Absolutely, these women no strangers to smash mouth wrestlings. Looks that could kill, but moves that will destroy.
Absolutely, I wouldn't want to be paired up against any of these women in the ring. They hit just as hard as the men, if not harder.
Arm drag reversal by Brittany Brooks, getting that shoulder control.
It looks like Brittany's really focusing in on that arm. She wants to take one arm out of play. That's 50% of your strikes down already.
50% of your strikes, but 100% of your grappling. But Alex grabbing the hair and shoving Brittany to the mat as Alex playing some mind games of her own.
You know, to both of their credit, great form on the push-ups there. Can't be understated how important that is for good physical conditioning.
Arm drag by Brittany Brooks, another arm drag to Alex Gracia. Kick to the stomach. And I believe Brittany Brooks looks at that nice snap suplex. Driving her opponent into the mat.
Working the arm and the back. It looks like she's just gonna try to get that whole top half down and out tonight.
Forearm into Alex in the corner. And Brittany Brooks going for that huge bulldog.
Only a 2 count there. Alex Gracia may be down right now, but she's not out. The momentum could still swing in her favor. This is anybody's contest.
Absolutely, the game of pro wrestling is a game of a pendulum swinging, but right now Brittany Brooks is feeling herself truly being the center of attention.
Ooh, looks like Alex Gracia still fighting for that attention tonight.
Absolutely, control back and forth. Alex Gracia sending Brittany Brooks into the corner and a big back suplex.
Only the 2 count.
Referee ending with the count of 2. After that big back suplex, Alex Gracia just sending the back of Brittany Brooks' head and shoulders into the mat.
And again, working that back, that's gonna be a vital place. If you get enough back damage, you're not walking right, you're not swinging right, you're not doing anything right, and it looks like now Alex Gracia wants to work the face of it.
Just grating Brittany Brooks' face against the rope. Now that rope is not soft. That is steel cable with just a thin veneer of duct tape.
And I can confirm those ropes are not soft, nor are they forgiving. Those will mess your face up quick. Why do you think I look this way?
Speaking of faces, you can see the pain on Brittany Brooks' face. Those strikes from Alex Gracia absolutely taking their toll.
Alex Gracia taking a little time to flex on her opponent. No stranger to mind games herself. This is not only a battle of strength, it's a battle of wits, and it's a battle of technicality.
I've never seen a game of chess look quite like this, as Brittany Brooks possibly looking for another bulldog.
Alex Gracia is having absolutely none of that. She doesn't want to take another bulldog. I don't blame her.
No, Alex Gracia has that well scouted as a clubbing blow to the back. Alex Gracia, you look at that smile on her face. She is 100% in control right now. Irish whip and a back elbow to Brittany Brooks.
Brittany Brooks is definitely going to need a chiropractor after this contest.
Chiropractor, realignment.
This is the kind of thing massage therapists pray for.
1, 2, 3.
That's a manipulative massage therapist.
As a matter of fact.
Remind me never to go to your masseuse. And Brittany Brooks with a small package, looking for that out of nowhere fair victory. Oh. And Alex Gracia just sending Brittany's face to the mat.
And it looks like Brittany Brooks' dentist is going to be making some money too tonight after all these face shots.
What manipulative doctors do you know?
I have a hard time in the healthcare industry, Charlie.
You have a hard time in the healthcare industry.
That's what I said.
Okay. Well, you know who's not having a hard time? Alex Gracia in 100% control, sweeping the leg of Brittany. Brittany Brooks now in a precarious position as Alex Gracia just clubbing blows to the chest of Brittany Brooks.
And remember, folks, the apron is the hardest part of the ring. Every hit that she's taking out here is going to be amplified significantly. It looks like Alex Gracia has considered this in her strategy. She wants to wear Brittany Brooks down now while she's got her on the apron. Now she's got her on the outside for that matter.
Not hard to do when you've got that running knee to the face. And now Alex Gracia looking to send Brittany Brooks into the corner, and turnabout is fair play.
Absolutely unforgiving. I can feel my phone ringing and I know it's my dentist.
No, I think that was just the ring post from Alex Gracia's skull.
Oh, very well.
As the momentum seems to have shifted quite a bit for Alex Gracia and Brittany Brooks.
And the ref trying to gain some control here. She seems like she's lost it a little bit trying to get them back in the ring, but they insist on fighting out up against the barricade here. Alex Gracia wants to continue to work her out here, cause as much damage as possible so she can get her back inside, hopefully for an easy pin.
Well, we don't want to see another count out this evening. We've already seen one, and a big knife edge chop from Brittany Brooks. Brittany Brooks just delivering that pain. Like you mentioned before, moves like that aren't going to win the match, but they definitely improve your chances.
And as a matter of fact, I see the center of attention trying to realign herself in a way, and Alex Gracia trying her best to keep that pendulum from swinging back into Brittany Brooks' favor.
And as a credit to what you just said, Alex Gracia rolling inside the ring, then rolling back outside to reset Andy's count. And looking for a suplex on the outside. As we mentioned before, there is no padding. There is no give to that floor. Alex Gracia looking for a suplex to the outside. Brittany Brooks has it well scouted with an elbow to the jaw.
Brittany Brooks, she's one that you can't count out no matter how much damage you've done to her. We've seen her come back time and time again from situations that it looked like there was no coming back from.
Well, maybe you've seen them, but these two ladies' debut match here at SoCal Pro Wrestling, and what a way to debut.
An absolutely incredible debut. The momentum that both of them will surely gain from this match is going to catapult them to great things.
There is no argument from me to you there. As you look at these two competitors, and there is absolutely only the sky is the limit for both Alex Gracia and Brittany Brooks.
Oh, good. I was starting to wonder if Alex Gracia was ever planning on getting back in the ring.
And speaking of the sky's the limit, Alex Gracia looking like she's gonna fly. Brittany Brooks putting a quick stop to that. Up onto the middle rope, a very precarious position, possibly looking for that big superplex.
You might say Alex Gracia's fly was a deny.
And a big second rope suplex.
And again, when your back is attacked in this way, all that force from the second rope landing down on that unforgiving ring, you gotta wonder, has Brittany Brooks done just as much damage to herself here? She looks like she's struggling to get up, and here we'll see it again.
Well, you can see Alex Gracia just bouncing off that ring. Now there's, like you mentioned, very little give to that wrestling ring. That is human body hitting wood and steel and bouncing from the impact. As a nice bit of offense from Brittany Brooks.
Brittany's looking a little fired up here.
Ooh. Big forearm into the corner. Kicking out, and it looks like a huge knee face wash from Brittany Brooks to Alex.
You can see here, Alex looking a little dazed. She might not know where she's she's at right now.
Bridging belly-to-belly suplex. Almost a count of 3.
She came to just in time. Came to her senses, realized it was time to kick out.
Brittany Brooks, a look of shock and disbelief on her face.
I'm sensing a little frustration from the center of attention. You know, wonder if that's about to get taken out on Alex Gracia here, and it looks like that may be, oh, I eat my words.
You eat your words. Brittany Brooks ate Alex's knee.
I'd rather have my words.
Alex with that very nice counter. Brittany Brooks looking like she was going for the end. Now she is locked into this submission hold. Alex looking to absolutely dislocate the shoulder, tear ligaments, separate bone.
And Brittany trying to find a way to fight back here, and it's not looking great for her. She's working her way up.
Brittany getting into a pinning situation. What a way to break up that submission hold is to go for that pinning attempt.
Turn the tides in your favor with that. Hey, it might just be what you need to get a win here.
Speaking of turning the tides, Brittany Brooks catching that leg and a huge DDT to Alex Gracia.
Oh, forehead meet mat.
And there's that knowledge of our referee, Andy, making sure that the shoulders are down before counting to 3.
Oh, if somebody's gonna win this one, they're gonna win it clean. Andy don't play none of that.
And this is a historic night for women here at SoCal Pro Wrestling. Both of our referees, Joyce, Andy, we've got the fantastic women in the ring.
You love to see it. A growing women's division is a beautiful thing to watch flourish.
It absolutely 100% is, Cormac.
And only the 2 count there. These women aren't done yet. It looks like there's still a good amount of match to be had tonight.
Big kangaroo drop kick by Alex Gracia. Alex Gracia giving a nice knee face wash of her own to Brittany Brooks. A bit of a taste of her own medicine. And
rope break.
Our experienced referee Andy, seeing that Alex Gracia was trying to get a little bit of leverage using the ropes.
And we've seen this time and time again. Thank God we have a ref as experienced as Andy to make sure that none of this cheap hogwash goes down.
Whoa, now Cormac, let's not get out of pocket. And Brittany Brooks looking to the end, that big, dropping the elbow, 2, 3. And what a way to debut in SoCal Pro Wrestling, the center of attention in the center of the ring with her arm raised.
Let's see that finish one more time.
Driving the elbow into the neck of Alex Gracia, driving Alex Gracia's spine into the mat, and driving our referee Andy to count to 3.
Brittany Brooks taking a little time to flex after the match. She's still got some energy left. Alex Gracia already out of here in an absolute huff. A hullabaloo, if you will.
Harumph indeed. Brittany Brooks instantly ingratiating herself with the SoCal Pro fans. What a way to make an entrance.
Absolutely incredible first match here, and you can tell the fans are not over it yet. They want to see more of Brittany Brooks. They might even want to see more of Alex Gracia tonight.
Well, they may not be seeing any more of Brittany Brooks or Alex Gracia, but what they are seeing is some amazing SoCal Pro Wrestling action, because the main event is coming up next. The peak of the mountain.
I'm so excited, Charlie.
The man that stands above them all, our SoCal Pro Heavyweight Champion Matthias against Don Caliente.
You can't forget, Don Caliente has fought his way from the very bottom to here. You can't count out the spirit, the heart, the resilience of the Sexy Mexi in this contest.
It is now time for your main event of the evening.
And every time Don Caliente enters the sure that you're here 10 minutes before the show, every show, for Don Caliente's dance party.
Say what you want about Don Caliente. Very few wrestlers at SoCal Pro have their own dedicated section.
As
The
you can
people are loving Don Caliente. And is it just me, or is he looking a little more muscular tonight, as if he's been hitting the gym in preparation for this contest?
Well, you can hit the gym all you want. I don't know if anything's going to prepare you for Matthias, but Don Caliente looking jacked, looking tan, looking in the best shape he's ever been in.
And you gotta wonder if he's gonna get bent out of shape by Matthias tonight. Matthias, known to be one of the strongest wrestlers on our roster, he benches over 500 pounds. That's like 3 Don Calientes, I think.
Well, I don't know about benching 500 pounds. I know he squats over 500 pounds. I believe he benches at least 345. But Don Caliente weighing nowhere near that. Forget about benching. He's going to be throwing him across the ring.
I may not be an expert on what lifts he is with what, but I know for a fact that man waiting for his music to hit right now can deadlift over 600 pounds. That's like over 100 pounds.
Now, I don't think Matthias ever waits for anything. I think he's...
Sacrificing everything I have for this business to prove to everybody that they told me you're gonna be nothing on me. You're gonna be stuck in the streets. You're gonna be nobody. You want to build. You survive. You're so tough. Sense that victory? Nothing. They're talking about me. Everything I've been doing. We knew how it never been before. Showing everyone what the true peak of professional wrestling looks like. Matthias blowing me up like I'm a punk, like I'm a buster, like I'm a nobody. I'm gonna show you that I am a somebody. I'm a somebody to everybody in the streets out there living, working, trying to survive, to make something of themselves. So I'm gonna tell you something. I didn't just survive. I barely got out with my mind on my... You know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of all the travel I've been doing, all the matches, all the main events I've been to. I'm tired of people like you. Nobody could think you're on the same level as me. You were nothing compared to me. Coming off of the streets, maybe that's what you should go back to. I survived the streets, I survived being left for dead, I survived being jumped countless times and time again on me. And when you was retribution on me, you're gonna have to take me out. Because I don't care what I got to do to take that time from you and show everybody I got what it takes. In January, at New Year's Retribution, I'm gonna show you and everyone else that you will always be the me. I'm gonna do what the SoCal Pro fans have been wanting to see for the past year on me. I'm gonna knock you the straight up.
Cormac, you can hear the fans behind Don Caliente, the sexy Mexi.
And of course they're behind Don Caliente tonight. Not only is his story one that we can all feel, Matthias is nothing short of a monster, an animal, somebody that no one at SoCal Pro can stand. He's done horrible things to his opponents before. Somebody has to stand up to the tyrant that is the peak of professional wrestling.
Now you said that someone has to stand up to him, but we haven't seen anyone who can even hold a candle to Matthias. the aggression, the power, the strength, the speed, the athleticism. Matthias truly is the pinnacle of all of that.
I don't know if you noticed this, Charlie, but this may be the first time I've ever seen Matthias come out without a word. He's usually screaming, he's furious. This is a white, hot, silent rage. I fear for what this may mean.
Don Caliente is a man who is in the most dangerous position in the world right now, and that is standing opposite to that monster who is standing on the second rope currently.
We've seen Matthias go to great lengths, not only to win, but to destroy his opponent. He takes pride not only in being a champion, but being a champion who breaks his challengers. Let's not forget, just a few months ago, he retired the great Jew Diz. I apologize, I got emotional at the thought. Matthias has been a career-ending force for wrestlers in the past. Who knows what this might mean for Don Caliente tonight?
Matthias has ended title reigns, Matthias has ended careers, and Matthias is looking to end something tonight, and it's probably the Sexy Mexi.
And remember, Matthias doesn't just
The
see...
following contest is for the SoCal Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. From Caracas, California, weighing in 197 pounds, Sexy Mexi. And his opponent, hailing from the summit of Gold Country, California, weighing in at 254 pounds, he is the peak of professional wrestling and your SoCal Pro Heavyweight Champion, Fire!
Now, we mentioned wrestlers like Tortuga who drive energy, who drive that passion, who receive from the SoCal Pro Wrestling fans. But Matthias has never cared for the pro wrestling fans. He has never cared about what anyone has ever thought about him.
Matthias only cares about two things. The first, defending that title, and the second, bringing honor to his family name. He wants to be someone that is remembered forever, etched in the stones of history. And if he continues on the tyrannical reign that he's on now, he may very well do that and cement another milestone in his legacy tonight. Wasting no time!
Matthias just picking up Don Caliente as the fists are already flying. Don Caliente with a flurry of blows. Matthias with a knee slamming Don Caliente's head. Caliente blocks, slams Matthias's head. Don Caliente coming out with a house of fire. Caliente indeed. Matthias pushes him off.
These men have been having it out on social media for the last few months, ever since Don Caliente won the SoCal Pro Rumble for this title shot. You know there's no love lost between these two. This is white hot, blinding fury. And it's all seeping out tonight here at New Year's Retribution.
Don Caliente slamming Matthias's head on the apron of the ring. Now, Matthias is typically the one who brings the aggression, who brings the fight to his opponent, and Don Caliente's turned the tables.
It's something that people tend to forget, because Don Caliente is a very fun, loving individual, is that Don Caliente grew up in Southside Chicago. He knows his way around a fight. We've seen it before. We saw it at the Rumble when he eliminated the Epic. to get this title shot, and now we're seeing it in full effect here. I don't think we've ever seen Don Caliente this way.
Absolutely, Don Caliente, usually life of the party. Looking more like Don, less like Caliente right now.
Indeed, he came to take over. He says that's what Dons do.
Matthias with a rake to the eyes and a clubbing blow to the back of the neck of Don Caliente.
And don't forget, despite his strength, he is still an incredibly fast wrestler. I think he told me his mile time is only 6 minutes. He is fast, he is enduring, and he is a complete and utter animal.
Matthias absolutely has deserved to be called the peak, deserved to be called the pinnacle, the man who stands above all, and no one can argue that he deserves to be the SoCal Pro Heavyweight Champion, the most dominant force here in SoCal Pro.
And Don Caliente's been making his mark lately, but we saw him take his training to new heights when he found out that he was going to be going up against the ass-kicking machine, the peak of professional wrestling, Matthias. And what can you do besides train as hard as possible? Get the SoCal Pro fans behind you and pray that Matthias will finally fall tonight.
Matthias doesn't seem to be doing much falling. In fact, Caliente fell out of the sky. That big suplex and big elbow drop by Matthias.
Matthias is no small man. That much force coming down on you, that can break bones, that can concuss you, that can tear ligaments, muscles, hurt your joints. It's overall a pretty rough thing to have happen to you.
Rough doesn't begin to describe it as that knife-edge chop lands from Matthias onto the chest of Don Caliente. Matthias in absolute control. Don Caliente's head bouncing off the top turnbuckle.
Matthias just throwing Don Caliente around like a rag doll now. Don Caliente has to find some way to turn the tide before he takes too much damage. And as I speak it into existence, manifestation is real.
And a big backbreaker by Matthias, not allowing Caliente to turn those tables, allow that pendulum to swing, and just staying in complete control.
And Matthias considers himself a modern-day Achilles. Not only is he incredibly strong, he's incredibly fast, he's conniving, he is intelligent, he's been studying Don Caliente, he's been watching his tape, he knows how the sexy Mexi works, and he plans to use that to his advantage tonight, as you can see. Just not forget, he jumped Don Caliente tonight during the Ring the Bell dance party, a time that should signify unity, peace, love, and a good time for everybody, turned sour by Matthias's hand.
Okay, Homer, so we're gonna go ahead and calm that down. It was just a dance party, but Matthias absolutely not showing any respect to Don Caliente, not showing any respect to the SoCal Pro Wrestling fans.
I'm sorry, I do get a little emotional when it comes to my dance parties. I was looking forward to the Cupid Shuffle, but instead I watched Matthias shuffle somebody's brains around. It's messed up, man. It's messed up. It's not right.
You got it, Herodotus. Now, Matthias, that big European uppercut sending Don Caliente back onto the mat one more time.
And another thing to consider, Matthias is a 4th degree black belt. Not only is he an expert professional wrestler, he's an expert martial artist. He can twist you in ways you didn't know were possible. He is an expert in inflicting pain. Caliente covers.
Caliente covers after a big crossbody off the second rope.
Good God. They're gonna destroy each other tonight. I just know it. These two men, both furious, both fighting for their names.
Now, as you mentioned, Matthias trained in the dojo, 4th degree black belt, but Caliente was trained on the streets. Caliente is scrappy. Caliente knows how to pick himself back up and continue, as you can see, picking himself up, and a huge flurry of blows sends the big man off his feet.
And you gotta wonder where the last time Matthias had to pick himself up from being knocked down was. It's been over a year since he picked up that belt. He has not lost since.
Only a count of 2 from Don Caliente. Caliente throwing his entire body into every single attack, and Caliente's still looking the worse for wear of the two.
These guys know that this match is for all the beans. There is nothing more important in SoCal Pro than that championship, that belt. These men will do what it takes, sacrifice their bodies, go through immense suffering, the likes of which we could not imagine at home, all for that belt. Because that belt means status, that belt means skill. It puts you at the top of the food chain at SoCal Pro.
Matthias looking to stay at the top of the food chain with that twisting, driving, modified neck breaker, but only a count of two as Don Caliente's able to kick out, but I don't know if Don Caliente knows where he is right now.
And Matthias says he's the man who stands above all. We're continuing to see why that is. The punishment he's inflicted on Don Caliente, absolutely vile. These men feel they have nothing to lose but themselves. And we see that tonight.
Don Caliente with a nice reversal, but it looks like Don Caliente may have twisted his knee as he landed, and unfortunately that put him in a bad position. A referee, Joyce, behind him, and as Matthias kicks him, Joyce hits the turnbuckle, and she hit that turnbuckle hard.
Hey, you leave the ref out of this.
And Matthias had an evil look on his face.
Matthias is evil.
Oh my God. Matthias has that sledgehammer. That sledgehammer he has used over the past few months to inflict his will on his opponent. And now there is no referee. There is absolutely no one who can stop Don Caliente. That's Gustavo! That's Gustavo!
Oh my God! He's back!
Another member of that is Don Caliente's tag team partner. Don Caliente's not alone. He's got teamwork. He's got someone backing him up, and that is the equalizing factor. That's what's gonna separate it apart. That's what you need when you're going against the top of the mountain.
Is it just me, or is it getting too Caliente to handle up in here?
What the? Gustavo just hit Don Caliente! Gustavo just hit Don Caliente! That was his tag team partner! That's his tag team partner, Gustavo Perez! And he just hit Don Caliente with a chair, and now he's throwing Joyce into the ring!
You animal! There's no way Cristaldo doesn't pay for this! That is disgusting! That was your brother, and you turned your back on him! How dare you! How dare you!
Gustavo Perez has just turned his back on his brother. Don Caliente has been betrayed by Gustavo, and Gustavo now walks out with he looks like the cat that caught the canary.
Is nothing sacred in this world anymore? When you can't have brotherhood, you can't have a clean match for the title. What's left?
Don Caliente still laid out after having his skull caved in with the chair by a man that he considered his brother, and Matthias is standing tall, still at the top of the mountain, still with the SoCal Pro Heavyweight Championship, and still the pinnacle of professional wrestling.
And if you'll notice, the fans have begun to pelt him with paper. They really aren't shy about letting him know that that was some absolute hogwash. Excuse my language. I get emotional when it comes to this. Don Caliente came so far. And Matthias has been quoted as saying, "Feel free to climb to the peak of the mountain so I can kick you right back down to the bottom."
Don Caliente was robbed of his opportunity that he earned. He won the SoCal Pro Rumble and earned this spot, and Gustavo Perez has stabbed his brother in the back.
You gotta wonder if Matthias had anything to do with that, if he knew that he would be here tonight, if he perhaps paid him, if they were in cahoots.
Matthias looked as surprised as anybody. Matthias was actually about to hit Gustavo with that sledgehammer. Matthias was actually about to hit Gustavo with that sledgehammer until Gustavo turncoated. Benedict Arnold has nothing on Gustavo Perez because I cannot stress enough, Don Caliente is sitting in the center of the ring with a knife in his back. And Matthias is walking out arms raised, standing tall, and with the SoCal Pro Heavyweight Championship around his waist.
No respect, no honor. But he still, unfortunately, stands at the top of the mountain. Don Caliente might need some help up. It looks like he's struggling here.
Don Caliente struggling. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here at SoCal Pro Wrestling New Year's Retribution. And I know for a fact that Don Caliente is going to be looking for retribution against Gustavo Perez. Thank you so much for joining us. My name's Gnarly Charlie.
I've been Kevin Cormack. The Mac is back. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for 19 years of SoCal Pro. Good night.